As we enter the spring market, the Ottawa rental market is already showing signs of activity and increased demand. In this video, we'll be taking a closer look at the latest figures from the Ottawa Real Estate Board, as well as CMHC's recent forecast and Urban Nation's latest rent report. Stick around to the end, as we'll also be touching on current backlog of cases at the Tenant and Landlord Board. Whether you're a tenant or a landlord, it's always important to stay informed about the current state of the rental market. So let's dive in and explore what's been happening in Ottawa. My name is Roch St-Georges. I'm a real estate broker in Ottawa. I help families and individuals with the purchase, sale, or rental of real estate in our city. I'll be showing a few charts and graphs, so feel free to pause the video if you wanted to have a closer look at them. Ottawa realtors have rented a total of 510 rental properties in April, down from 569 the previous month. Rental volume is up 6.7% year over year. We saw a peak of 615 rentals in August of last year. I do believe we will be seeing rental transaction pick up over the summer months as more and more people move to Ottawa from abroad and within Canada. We'll likely see a peak once again around August, as we normally do each year. Looking at all rented properties in April, we had an average rental price of $2,634, up 1.8% month over month. Year over year, we are up $121 or 4.8%. Ottawa currently has 0.9 months of rental inventory, or 27 days of rental inventory. The summer months tend to be when inventory is at all-time low. We are seeing a large volume each week of inbound inquiries from individuals and families looking to immigrate to Canada, and more specifically Ottawa. Based on this, I do suspect the market will get even more competitive and inventory may get even tighter going into the summer months. In April, rental properties rented an average of 28 days, unchanged from April of last year. However, it is a drop from the 42 days we saw in January of this year. Once more, as we move into the summer months, we're likely going to see this reach 20 to 25 days on market. If you're looking for a rental, it will be important to not delay the visits, as well as be ready to apply should the property be of your liking. This may mean having the rental application form filled out in advance, having a copy of your recent pay stub ready to go, and a copy of your credit report and your photo ID at hand. Now let's look at the rental prices from April of 2023 in Urban Nation's report. Unlike the MLS stats, which gives us the average prices for rented properties, the report from Urban Nation looks at the average prices that are asked for rental properties. So across Canada, the average price for a one bedroom was $1,761. This is up 1% month over month. This is up 16.9% year over year. Looking at two bedroom units, the average price across Canada was $2,164, almost 1% higher month over month and 15.6% higher from the same time last year. The following chart shows us the average asking price since January 2020 across Canada. Prices are up $334 or 20% from the low of March 2021 on this chart. Narrowing it down to the City of Ottawa, the average asking price for a bachelor was $1,640. For a one bedroom, it was $1,925. For a two bedroom, it was $2,363. And finally, the average asking price for a three bedroom was $2,485. The report reads, as rental costs have soared in Canada over the past year, private room and shared accommodation rentals have gained popularity. Average prices in March for a room rental were $834 for Canada as a whole. In Ontario, prices were $934. And in Ottawa, the average price for a room rental was $888. CMHC has come out with their spring 2023 report. They have forecast that Canada will be seeing fewer new housing starts, i.e. new builds in 2023, less than in 2020, 21, and 2022. CMHC's report reads, the impact of rising interest rates should be felt in 2023 and will reduce the profitability of residential development projects. As a result, we expect the number of starts to decrease in 2023 for both single detached and multi-unit housing. CMHC did touch on how the rental market has seen increased demand since the rise in interest rate. They wrote, "The challenge of affordability in homeownership will drive up demand for rental units. This demand will be added to rental demand coming from high immigration levels. Greater rental demand in the face of limited supply will lead to tighter conditions in already strained markets and lead to even higher rents." According to them, rental demand in Ottawa will remain strong in 2023 and will lead to another decrease in the vacancy rate. As a reminder, the vacancy rate was 2.1% in 2022. They forecast the rate to drop to 1.3% in 2023 and then 1% to in 2024, only to come back to 1.5% in 2025. The scarcity of available units should put greater upward pressure on rents. They are also forecasting increases to average rents. Two-bedroom rental units across Canada, according to CMHC's data, was $1,625 in 2022, and they project these would increase to an average of $100 to reach $1,725 in 2023, then an extra $75 to reach $1,800 in 2024, and finally increase $50 to reach $1,850 in 2025. As many of you know, the delay to have cases heard at the Landlord and Tenant Board is quite long. Cases received by the LTB have been trending down over the years. Even their call center is handling fewer calls than previous years. Yet the average wait time in queue has increased, reaching an average of 22.4 minutes. Looking at their performance measures, we get a sense that they will never reach their targets. In 2021-2022, we can see for L1 and L9 applications, their target is to schedule hearing in 25 business days. Well, they're at 74 days. If we go down, all other LTP applications will be scheduled within 30 business days. Well, they're at 103 days. In 2019, they had a backlog of 20,000 applications. Now, the Ontario Ombudsman recently said the backlog of cases has now reached 38,000. He said, as an administrative tribunal, the board is fundamentally failing in its role of providing swift justice to those seeking resolution of residential landlord and tenant issues. In doing so, it is denying justice to a significant segment of Ontarians. Let me be clear, these delays isn't fair for both the tenants and the landlords, so I'm not picking a side here. According to the Ombudsman report, some of the inefficiencies at the Landlord and Tenant Board have stemmed from a shortage of qualified adjudicators, made worse by a lengthy appointment and training process, a complicated application process that could be appended by simple clerical errors, antiquated system that failed to triage urgent cases, a lack of bilingual adjudicators. They've now committed millions of dollars to the LTB in an effort to clear up these backlogs. So we'll see what happens with this in the months to come. That's all for me. If you found the video informative, please don't forget to give it a thumbs up and subscribe. If you know someone that is looking to buy, sell, or rent real estate in the coming months, be sure to share the video with them. Thank you so much. Merci. Ciao. This is the end of the video. If you liked what you heard and saw, please feel free to watch this video here or that video there. Thank you. Ciao.